Alright, and welcome to the ultimate guide to parallel and perpendicular lines, level 2. Now in example 1 it says find the equation of the line perpendicular, and y'all that is so important. Circle that word, perpendicular, to y equals negative 87x minus 5 passing through the point 16, comma 6. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. The first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and look at our equation, and we want to identify, is it the negative 8/7 or the negative 5? Which one is the slope? Well, which one do you think? And hopefully you said that our original slope is going to be the negative 8/7 because it's in front of the x. Now I would always like for you to draw a line. We're going to write m2 equals, and what we want to do is take that word that we circled, in this case we'll abbreviate to be perp for perpendicular, and just understand that this arrow is just showing us, hey, we're going from our original slope to our new slope by, well, when it's perpendicular, we're going to take the opposite reciprocal. So instead of being a negative, we now have a positive. Instead of being 8/7, we have 7/8. Alright, so there's a slope. And when our point is 16, 6, we know we have an x1, y1. And this allows us to plug into our point slope formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, so we have y minus, let's see, our y1 value is 6 is equal to our m. Our slope is what we found here, our m2, 7/8 times x minus, and of course our x1 value is 16. Alright, so now we have y minus 6 is equal to, and we know that whenever we have a number on the outside of a fraction, we want to distribute. So 7/8 times x is of course 7/8 x. And here, when we do 7/8 times negative 16, we can put that negative 16 over 1. Now, you can do this two ways. One, you could use a calculator, and you could go ahead and multiply 7 times 16. Let's just do it over here. We could do 7/8 times negative 16 over 1. Let's see. 7 times, a positive times a negative is a negative. 7 times 16 appears to be 70 plus 42, which would be 112 over 8 times 1, which is 8. And you can check your calculator to see if I'm right. However, remember I taught all this in class the other day. If I have an 8 on bottom and a 16 on top, I can ask myself when I'm multiplying them, what number divides both 8 and 16? Think to yourself, what divides both 8 and 16? And if you said 8, then you're correct. 16 divided by 8 is 2, and 8 divided by 8 is 1, and I've already reduced it. I can say 7 times 2, I'll have negative 7 times 2, negative 14 over 1 times 1 is 1, and we could check and see, is 112 divided by 8, is that the same as saying 14? Let's see. 8 times 10 is 80, 8 times 4 is 32. Yeah, perfect. So negative 112 over 8 is the same as saying negative 14 over 1, which is the same as saying y minus 6 is equal to 7/8x minus 14, which is really easy. In fact, all of these that have fractions should multiply to become whole numbers. Alright, that should help you out. Here, to get rid of this minus 6, I simply add 6 to both sides. Those cancel, and I have y is equal to 7/8x. And negative 14 plus 6 is negative 8. Alright, y'all, the only difficult part about this was really the fraction multiplication. Other than that, pretty easy. Let's go on to our second example. Okay, for example 2, we want to find the equation of the line that is parallel to y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. Notice I started right off by labeling my m1. It's our negative 1/3. And we know that if we are looking for the slope that is parallel, well, our m2 is going to be the exact same. So remember, parallel just means the same. Negative 1/3. Here, I see my x1 value is 9, and my y1 value is negative 1. And we can plug everything into the formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, and so from left to right, what would that look like? Well, y minus, what is my y1 value? Look at the problem. Say it out loud. What is y1? It is -1. Equals, what is m? Well, that's what we discovered. Our m2 value is -1/3, parentheses x minus, and ask yourself, what is x1? And if you said 9, then you are correct. Okay, from here we actually have to do a little mini step. We see that we have two negatives, and two negatives will always make a positive. So I can write y plus 1 is equal to -1/3 times x is -1/3 x. Here I have -1/3 times -9/1, and we're going to do the same thing we did last time, okay? Firstly, I'm going to break it down the long way. We have -1/3 times -9/1. A negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 9 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. And of course, 9 divided by 3 is 3. Alright, so those two things multiply together to become 3. However, let's take a look over here. Can 9 be divided by the same number as 3? Yeah, they can both be divided by 3. And so we say this. We say 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. And when I go to do my multiplication, I'll just say, okay, negative times negative is a positive. 1 times 3 is 3 over 1 times 1 is 1. Look, by reducing it before multiplying it, I actually already have my reduced final answer. Alright, and we of course know that 3 over 1 is the same as writing 3. And from there, all we have to do is subtract 1 from both sides. We get our final answer. Y is equal to -1/3 x plus 2. Alright, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see y'all in our level 2 video.